Thank you, SIIM. I feel at home at SIIM. I feel this is the place for me. RSNA, people are there buying and selling, there to see stuff and evaluate stuff and buy. But for SIIM, it's about the innovators coming together, the people we interact with, the people, the members of the hackathon. It was such an honor to work with you guys. And I sound emotional because I am emotional. I was nervous. No, I'm not, but I am. So anyway, there's a member of our team, Tommy Regal, and he is not here because he had to go home for a wedding. His commitment to excellence is not as high. I said, your friends will get married again, maybe. Same guy, maybe. So, it's not your wedding. And even if it was your wedding, be here. She would understand, right? So anyway, we were discussing, and I said, hey, I have an idea. Can you help me? And I don't know if he understood what I was really asking for, because we kind of went like 100 miles an hour. And to be honest, I talk 100 miles an hour, but I think at like 200 miles an hour in a Jeep going over hills with no steering wheel. Which is why I can't talk that slowly. Chris Meehan, thank you. He said slow down. I had 8.5 minutes. It's a ton of time. So we tried to see how many, we were listening to the ideas in the hackathon kickoff, and it was, what can we do? And the one that really interested me was not this one, but the modality workless one that would do like a, that would do translation for the thing. And I wanted to do that one, but I didn't. I did this one instead. And so what we tried to do was try to do like an EMR viewer using just FHIR on the back end. And we've done this in the past, and I've committed repositories in the past, and they were Rails environments. And I saw that nobody downloaded them or tried to use them or tried to make them better. So Rails requires you to do certain things, like have an environment, love your Mac, love Linux type of thing. Doesn't really work friendly for Windows individuals. So we decided to make all of that easy. And I was going to wrap this whole thing into Docker, because Docker runs on Windows, Mac, Linux. And it's pretty cool because you can just do start, run, that type of thing. So as you see here, there's no, in the lower right, I have no images running right now. I created a README. So basically, if you wanted to build it from scratch, you could just download the GitHub repo. And here's the Docker file, so everything will work splendidly. I have 6 minutes, still a ton of time. So the Docker build, you can just run Docker build, and then you run it. And I made it so that, so I have to hard code my API into the thing, nor every time I spun it up, I didn't want to re-enter it. So what I do is I basically pass an environment variable, and then later on, the first time it runs, because if you run, so Docker is a container, so as soon as you start it, it's as if it never ran before. Unless you mount volumes and do stuff. But I want to keep it easy. I tend to overcomplicate things. For those who know me. But I keep it simple at the same time. So we try to get it to go run, and but you do have to run a command and get the ports, because I didn't add that to the command line. So basically you run, I'm so sorry. Alright, don't look at my API key. Cool, so now Docker's running. So now, Docker PS, and it looks like weird code, but you can kind of tell that's my port number. Docker's cool, because every time you run it, it just doesn't miss. You're only as fast as your internet. So we are using the back end is FHIR, but in case SIIM later on, we have 5 minutes, still ton of time. In case SIIM or whoever changed the IPs in the back, or if you want to use this and point this to your FHIR server, Did we make it configurable? Yes. So here we have this. I can make it nicer when you hit edit, but it's not super nice. But if you're in this deep, you kind of can figure this out. Even if you delete it, it'll recreate it on the fly. Don't worry about it. All right, so I decided to just pick some of the resources that you see. So if you go to appointments, these aren't super pretty, but I wanted, this is taking a long time. So not super pretty, but it's more about showing the data that we have. So you can see appointments. You click on one, you see additional information. Not super pretty, but you can see the data we get, and if you want to massage it or change it up, it's fine. It's flexible, super flexible. So diagnostic orders, you see the orders. Look at that, it's beautiful. Body sites, I don't know, there's only one loaded in the system. But this one's cool because it has a picture. I didn't make this picture, but it has a picture. So this is in the FHIR data set. I don't know why, I didn't put it there, I found it, and I'm sharing it. Look at me, I'm sharing. If you know me, that's also unique. Okay, so diagnostic reports, let's take a look at those. All right, so here we are. I show the text format report. Wile E. Coyote here. Tons of cool stuff. Somebody was asking me about encounters, so we started showing. Show you what I got. So the FHIR data set is super awesome because it's super inconsistent. So when it says type, people were putting types and then inside there like arrays with what seemed like whatever they wanted. So I kind of handled both and just showed you both. These are cool because they had codes. This one's uncool because it has no code. These two didn't have anything. Super awesome. So let's go to imaging studies, and that's where the neat kids are. SIIM should be first. If the data set's still awesome, hey, it is. So 67. You guys can't see that this is SIIM, but I know this is SIIM. See, I don't show you much here just because this is for me. But for you guys, view images. We're launching Orthanc. We spent a bunch of time because they concatenate the IDs. This is for me, not for you guys. But basically, you generate this UID at the top, and this UID is a bunch of things concatenated together. We're like, man, what is wrong with our SHA-1 calculation of this? And we realize it's not a concatenation of these events, of these things. It's a concatenation of these events with pipes in the middle. And that string text is calculated as a SHA-1. Ha ha ha. Jokes on me. So anyway, so now we see it. I got it working. Don't worry. This is Tommy and I got this working. Tommy had to catch a plane at 4:30 or so, and for whatever reason, he was still helping me, and we committed this code. We finally got it working at like 1:30 in the morning. It's awesome. Also for me, also for him. He really had to get out of there. Images. That's it. So everything is committed. Yay. Everything is committed to GitHub. It's an open thing. SIIM hacks. Why not? And committed to dockFHIR. So I still have a minute. So let's talk about names. We went through a huge series of names. We started with MR FHIR, which led to MR not FHIR, to, in case we switched over to .web, it'll be MR not FHIR. Good. So then we tried to do like Mr. FHIR. So MR, and then we did Bonfire, and it's a really cool one. But then, then we're like dockFHIR because we're using Docker, and then we're doing dock without the K, like get it, like dock. It is like dock. I have 30 seconds left. So then we went to dockFHIR, and I decided to go with. But now it sounds to me, every time I see it, I think of Mrs. dockFHIR. So then I was going to do MR's dockFHIR, and then we have Mrs. dockFHIR as the official app. So, any questions? We have 10 seconds for questions. No questions? That's awesome.
Thank you, Christopher. So what uses do you see for this? Is this a starter kit for someone trying to build an application, or is this maybe a data quality tool for an integrator?
It could definitely be a starter kit for those who do want to, if, let's say your institution has a thing, it has a FHIR API, and for whatever reason they do let you interact with it. This could be something that you use to create those type of back-end applications or views into that data, because a lot of times you might not have the view into your own data the way you want it. But you might have a kid in the garage who knows Rails. Rails developers, dime a dozen. Not really a dime a dozen, but there's, there's people there that you can, help with this, at that level. So you pair it with one of them and rock and roll. So I would say it's a starter type of thing, and I wanted to put it out there and make it easier to run. So wrapping it in a Docker container, I think, opens it up for other people to try to run. So I see, if I go, if I go to CTOL1, oh my goodness. That was not the plan. Let's try this again. It does it again. Oh, you know what? It's because my picture is so big. So anyway, it's got 1 star. So I violated the rule because that star is me. I started it. So it's like liking your own tweets or liking your own Facebook post. I apologize. But I was hoping to see how many people actually do pull it and try to run it. I did make it a public repository, so maybe it's really just a starter point. So they can fork it and go. Make it customizable, and hopefully we can get this FHIR thing going. Ready to start the fire?
Get fired up.
Fire started. Get fired up! All right. Any other questions? I talk a lot, so usually there's no questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.